Pilo.
We made it.
Oh, man, the week is here.
Yeah.
The week is finally here.
I can already smell it.
It's been a long time. Yeah, I can hear my feet. I can already tell it's going to be one of those seasons where I'm like, damn, why did I wear flip-flops and walk through the roost? There's rocks stuck in there. But it's here, baby. The weather's good. I can't believe it. This is always the time where it's like 75, 75, 75, 75. Then Friday gets here and it's 31. But I don't think it's going to happen. Right.
No, I think we're going to be okay.
But boy, do we have a doozy of a show tonight. Let's not waste any more time. We have these guys waiting. Let's go ahead and get to the show. Welcome to the Top Talk. Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to another episode of To the Top Talk, brought to you by Yuengling Flight. To the Top Talk is the original and longest-running Southern Miss podcast in the market. We're recording this episode on
February the 10th.
From beautiful Hattiesburg, Mississippi, here as always with your break from the high resource for propaganda to talk a little Southern Miss athletics. I'm your host, Jason Bailey. Joining me now, the one and only Patrick Lowry.
Hey. Dude, I have been under the weather the last 4 days, and it's just karma that today is the first day that I have really felt better. So I am all in, giving you 100% tonight.
Hey, sometimes you got to play hurt. It's nice to know you're not doing that, though.
That's right.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Yuengling Flight. Yuengling Flight is a premium light beer brewed by DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, the oldest brewery in America. 95 calories, only 2.6 grams of carbs, 4.2% ABV per 12-ounce serving. Crisp, clean, refreshing taste. Now available in 12-ounce slim cans and screw-top 16-ounce pints. Pick yourself up some Yuengling Flight today. Pick yourself up like all of the Yuengling Flight. Mm-hmm. All that they have. You're going to need every bit of it. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Pete. Good gosh.
Prep yourself.
I'm hungover already. So what happened since the last time we recorded? Well, the baseball preseason All-SBC team was announced, as well as the preseason coaches poll. Those votes have been cast, and the poll is out on that. The Mardi Gras parade happened this weekend. A couple of them actually happened. I still don't understand how the one on Hardy Street isn't called Hardy Gras. That's just me. Basketball got back on track. Tavares made a comeback, right? He's such a difference maker. And there's a real thriller over there at Reed Green Coliseum. National Signing Day came and went. Nobody even knew. It did. But we also booked a tremendous set of guests. And like we said, man, the wait is over.
Could say a collective.
Season is back. You could say a collective. That's what I was trying to say. It's almost like we didn't rehearse. Yeah. But this is part of our To the Top Collective interview series. You remember last year we did the individual ones with the newcomers.
Yep.
Doing something a little bit different this year. Peter had a great idea, and we were always, on board for promoting anything to do with Southern Miss, but specifically the collective. That's where it's all going, and if we're going to remain great, it's a very big deal. So, welcome to the 2026 baseball team interviews for To the Top Collective, and in collaboration with To the Top Talk. We are your hosts, Jason Bailey and Patrick Lowry, and we are excited to work in collaboration again with the collective.
No doubt. Past interviews with the newcomers can still be found. They're still out there, and a lot of these guys are still around. So, to the topcollective.com if you want to go check that out.
To the Top Collective's mission is to bring Southern Miss to the top, and is the official name, image, and likeness partnership that works to improve the lives of student athletes, alumni, and supporters of the University of Southern Mississippi.
You can join today for as little as $17 per month and enjoy benefits like tailgate passes, member-only events, player meet and greets, open practices, and a whole lot more. Some really cool merch on site as well, so check that out.
Yeah, so like we said, the interviews are a little bit different this year. It's a bunch of guys. It's going to be super fun. For this interview, we have members of the 2026 baseball team that make up the Leadership Council, and they are, you can go ahead and bring them up, Pilo. They are Colby Allen, Ty Long, Matthew Russo, Tucker Stockman, and Ben Higdon. So,
welcome in, guys.
Yeah, welcome to the big show. And all of those guys are there except for Tucker. We're waiting on him because he's, that guy studies just way too much, I think. But before I hope that he comes in like right at the very end. That would be perfect. But go ahead. We'll start with you, Colby, and then we'll go to Matthew, and then Ben, and then Ty. So if you can, just introduce yourselves, your name, position, where are you in school, and where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm Colby Allen. I'm a right-handed pitcher from Louisville, Mississippi. And then I just graduated this December in kinesiology, exercise science with my bachelor's, and now I'm getting my master's in kinesiology, exercise science.
Bull?
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I'm Matthew Russo. I'm a fifth-year redshirt senior from Madisonville, Louisiana. I play first. And I graduated as well. I graduated 2 falls ago with my bachelor's in healthcare marketing. And this is my last semester of my MBA. So looking forward to being done with school, guys.
Awesome. Ben?
So my name is Ben Higdon. I'm from Paducah, Kentucky. I am a fifth-year senior grad student as well. I am also on my last semester of my MBA with a focus in economic development. And as Matthew said, I guess I'm kind of ready to be done with school.
I bet so.
And Ty?
Yeah, Ty Long, sophomore from Ripley, Mississippi. I play shortstop, and I still got a good bit of school left to go through. So, yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
That is incredible. Thanks a lot. And like we said, Tucker Stockman will be joining us. And we kind of joke about him studying all the time, but he's building rockets and stuff, right? He's doing all the stuff that I could never, ever attempt to do. But as far as this leadership council goes, what is it? And I guess Colby will this question may be for you, I guess. What is the leadership council?
Yeah, so kind of how we do it, or kind of how Coach Oz does it, we'll have kind of evaluations at the end of the fall. And on that evaluation sheet, there's a spot where captains, and you pick 5 guys on the team who you think are leaders, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Oz kind of believes in having a group of leaders, as he wants all 42 of us to be leaders, but he kind of has a group that he likes to go to if he ever has a problem, or if we ever have a problem, we always got a couple of guys we can bounce it off of. So, that's kind of how it became a thing. I think it became a thing 2 years ago. I think last year was the first year we had one. I think we used to do 2 captains, and then last year we began the leadership council era.
Cool. So all you guys are captains. Do y'all get the C thing on your shirt?
We do not.
Oh. Got to renegotiate that contract.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's more of a players. I mean, I guess it's not just a players only group. It sounds like it's more of a you guys, and you go directly to the coaches with it, right?
Yeah, kind of. They kind of just let us do our own thing. And if there's ever been something big, obviously we take it to them. But in my 4 years here, and I'm sure it's very, very rare we have to take something to the coaches,
Yeah.
But yeah, there's anything Coach Oz kind of wants us to handle, which is like never he'll come to us. But that's kind of why I think why we're so successful in a way is because it's all these teams that's come through Southern Miss have been player led, and I think that's a big thing to continue.
Yeah. Speaking of that, obviously, we lost some leadership from last year with Pato and Monaster. They not only hit a lot of home runs, they were also leaders on the team. Talk a little bit about replacing those guys. Anybody can jump in.
Yeah, they're pretty big factors, I think Nick. Oh wait, hold up.
Oh,
Wait.
talk.
Come on.
Right on time. Fashion.
Hey, there he is.
Yay!
Roll the intro.
Sorry about that.
Welcome in, Tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, replacing those guys, Nick and Pato, obviously they were big factors, not only for our team, but for Hattiesburg. Pato is a big name. Everyone loves Pato, as did we. But we have guys that are able to fill in those roles. You're going to see Hig out there in right field interacting with y'all, and he's going to fulfill that role that Pato had. And with Nick, you have transfer. You have Morrison from South Alabama. I could easily see him putting up some big numbers. So we're excited. I mean, this group is equally as talented, if not more talented than last year, in my opinion. The mound is going to be awesome to watch. And you have the returning pieces in the lineup, and then you got new guys like Ty and Seth, and all those guys are going to take big steps. So we're excited for the group that we have.
Ben, I want to follow up on that real quick. Just playing right field, man. I don't know if it's just because we sit in the right field roost, and maybe the lounge is there as well. But that right field thing that's a big deal at Southern Miss. So I mean, just as far as filling those shoes, and I guess what are you looking most forward to running out on Friday night?
That is just a tough question. There's so many right answers to that question that I could just sit here and spit off. But I mean, just that atmosphere, there's no way to replicate that other than just run out there for that first time and be there with not only the fans, but my teammates and all these people that, you feel like you're in there with 5,500 best friends in one of the most trying times of your life. And I think that is, not only speaks to this fan base, but also the culture that guys before us have built, like Carson and that sort of thing. Just an absolutely surreal experience to be out there, like I said, and go hang out with 5,500 of your best friends. So that's probably the number one thing I'm looking forward to.
No doubt. I guess I'm gonna ask Ty this question, but Tucker, you as well. Just as far as the tone of fall practice compared to previous years. So Ty, you can kind of just talk a little bit about, when you first stepped onto campus as a freshman, and then you got your feet wet last year. I think you're definitely expected to take a huge step up this year. So just going back to that original question, just what has this fall practice been like compared to last year, and then coming here from high school?
Yeah, well, coming in last year, it's kind of, just like, wow, this is unbelievable. I got 42 dudes that I get to go say what's up to every day and just hang out with. So that's like my favorite part ever. As a freshman, I didn't have much clue like what went into a season, what went into an off season, but just going every day and like seeing the older guys work and understanding like, okay, this works for him and this works for this guy. Like just asking them questions and listening to them and taking in everything they say, like there's some guys that you'll have a lot of things in common and there's others that's not. But I mean, everybody brings something different to the table. And it's just so awesome seeing that. And then like going into this fall, it's like I knew like, okay, I've got to step up. I've got a position to fill. And so, I mean, just same thing coming in every day, just putting in the work. Getting to help out the younger guys a little bit more this year is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I mean, not being afraid to ask older guys questions still, because I mean, we're all a family and like, it's just amazing. Like seeing the growth that the younger guys have had from the fall to the spring now is just like, I wonder, did I look like that? It's like, it's funny, but yeah. I mean, just seeing the growth of everybody and the growth for myself is pretty amazing.
I'm guessing hanging around Ty is pretty fun. It looks like whenever you start saying stuff, everybody starts grinning a little bit. So I'm guessing that this is pretty much what you get all of the time out of Ty. So Tuck, same question to you. I mean, you've been here, a little while longer than Ty, but as far as fall practice this year compared to previous years, can you make your judgment on that?
Yes, sir. I mean, it's definitely been very different each year. Like my freshman year, or the year I got redshirted, I was pretty nervous, pretty on my toes every day for no reason. The group was awesome. I just was nervous and kind of had some doubts about my talent level to be here. And everybody did an amazing job of making me feel at home, and it was amazing. But we had a really old group that year. And the practices you could see that if you came to practices or when we were doing practices, they were pretty laid back and pretty simple because it was a bunch of COVID fifth-year guys. And each year it's been a little different, and Coach Oz is definitely more intense than what Coach Berry was, and it's awesome. But this year I feel like you can feel a bit more intensity in the fall practices and these spring practices. We've done a lot more of the little things, a lot more this year than we have in the past. And I mean, I just feel like it's because you look back on last year and it was an amazing year, don't get me wrong, but we came in second in the conference tournament, came in second in the conference regular season, and came in second in our own regional. And so it's kind of leaving you with a bit of a sour taste in your mouth, whatever you want to call it. And you can kind of notice that at practices. And so it's been great. I feel like we're ready to go, and we're ready to get out of this practice stage and move on and play a different team. And I'm sick and tired of facing Colby every Friday night.
I can imagine.
But yeah, I mean, we're excited, and I feel like we're very ready.
For sure. Talk a little bit, and it could be anybody. What do fans not see about how hard this team has worked since August? Kind of take us behind the scenes a little bit and whether that's in the locker room or in the weight room or the early mornings or late evenings or whatever it is. Talk a little bit about that.
I can say something. All right. Obviously you have to work hard to be playing at this level, right? But for this year, I mean, we have a scheduled practice for, let's say, 2:00. Well, today we had scheduled practice at 2:00, and the hitters were down there at 12:30 doing early work when early work doesn't start till 1:30, 30 minutes before, just getting the extra reps in. You have guys like Hig that are leading a group of lefties, and now I saw Ty with him today working on some spin out on the field off the hack machines. For pitching wise, I've never seen a group do as much PFPs as we've done in the past 5 months.
I can attest to that.
I mean, if we aren't perfect there, I don't know what.
And PFP for the listeners, pitchers fielding practice.
Yeah, I think we've done more PFPs in this fall and spring than I have ever done in my 4 years of being here.
We've made some great plays in the scrimmages, these few scrimmages with PFPs, but this team, kind of to piggyback off what Tucker was saying with the sour taste in our mouth, I think we have some high expectations once again. I mean, we've been right there my 4 years of being here so far, and we have a veteran group with some young guys like Ty. Ty's still considered a young guy, but he has that leadership capability. That's why he's in this video right now. So I'm excited. I think this team has worked really hard, and if anyone wants to piggyback off me, go ahead.
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, I'll jump.
I'll piggyback that actually. It's like another thing that just kind of goes into it, especially in the fall, is our lifts and our workouts. Like Coach Makovica, he does an amazing job, and he kicks our butts throughout the entirety of the fall. And it's tough, and we're scrimmaging 3 times a weekend since we have 25 pitchers throwing and playing 3 9-inning scrimmages after a full week of lifts. It's tough, but it's what you got to do to make it to the point that we want to get to. And then just honestly, outside of baseball in the locker room, there's a lot. Like this has happened every year, but there's a lot that goes into the chemistry of the team, like a lot more than I ever expected in high school. And when I got here, that group of 5th years that I was talking about, my redshirt year, it was very, very important that we gelled together as a team. And so it's kind of something that gets passed down every year, and it's been our job this year to kind of make sure all the new guys know it's not just everybody going home and sitting on their own. Like you go and hang out as a full team, and sometimes it's kind of tough. You're exhausted after a weekend full of scrimmages, but you go and do it, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great. And going back to those newcomer interviews that we did last year, that was one constant between everyone that we had, Jason, was everybody talked about the transition from high school into Coach Mack and
Yeah.
kind of
Like,
wrecking them.
yeah, I think Ty even said, he's like, I thought we worked out pretty hard in high school.
Yeah.
And then I got here, right? So,
And obviously you can see it. You can see from where we ended last year, you can go out to fall practice and you can already see, the growth that the guys had. It's evident and it helps.
yeah. So, in talking about leaders, guys, I mean, you got people that lead by example, some guys that are rah-rah guys, some guys get up in your face, I think you need maybe all of that. I mean, and maybe each of you kind of embody something a little bit different than that. I mean, you were named to this council for some reason. So, I guess we'll start with you, Ben. I mean, like what kind? They were talking about working with Ty or working with somebody about hitting a minute ago, but what kind of leader are you, and what gets you motivated?
Yeah, I mean that's a great question. It is. I'll just start by saying this: it is easy to lead this group of guys. Whether that is the recruiting that we do and what type of character we bring in, those guys do a fantastic job of vetting people before they come in and making sure we have the right guy, not only the right player. But I guess I'm an energy guy. I like to move around in practice and try and keep the energy and camaraderie high, no doubt. Keep things not stale, if that makes sense. It can get a little monotonous practicing and like Colby said with those PFPs and our infield drills, and you can only hit so many BP pitches off a hack. It can get a little monotonous. There's no doubt. But just for me to kind of bring a little bit of energy to practice and kind of get people to move around and get comfortable in their own skin, talking or whatever that may be, getting a freshman to kind of speak up and find their voice, or whether that's having to talk to an older guy about bringing energy in practice and not bringing everybody else down. I don't mind having a tough conversation occasionally, and I just like to bring that energy and that kind of mojo to practice.
Colby, what about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of in between. I can kind of get pretty tough on some guys when I need to, but I can also kind of take some of those young guys under the wing and kind of teach them how to do things a little differently. Especially pitching at this level, it's a lot different at the high school level. So kind of trying to control the adrenaline on the maybe how they need to do a routine before a game and stuff like that. But there's always some instances with some guys that you kind of got to get in their face, because some of those freshmen do come in here and think they can run the show and kind of be themselves, but at the same time, you kind of got to put them down to earth a little bit and kind of, I guess, show them the ropes on how to do stuff here. But it's kind of like Higgy said, we have a great group of guys. You have to say something to one guy one time and then bam, it's fixed, or you have to tell him one thing, it's fixed. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. Matthew?
I would say I'm probably just a good mix of everything. I bring energy. I talk a lot. And then, let's say I did it a couple times last year. Let's say the offense is struggling a little bit. I'll get everybody up in the dugout and lock us back in, right? So I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a guy that goes face to face with a guy when needs to do something right. I'm more of a lead more by example type of player. And then I just like to bring the best out of everybody.
Sure. Tucker?
Yes, sir. I have.
Uh-oh.
He's either really thinking hard or there's a glitch. I'm not sure.
Oh no.
It's okay. Well, but they'll pop back in here in a minute. But I think everybody kind of gets the gist of there's different ways to lead, right? And it sounds like we have a pretty well-rounded approach to that. While we're waiting on them to come back, this is another reason why it's good to do it on the recording and not on live. Because on live, then me and Pilo would just be sitting there, looking dumb. But anyway, this next question I wanted to ask was specifically probably for you two and maybe for the other guys. And you can answer it if you want to. If you want to plead the fifth, I don't care. But I know that you guys had opportunities to go elsewhere in the off season, whether it be to the pros or being poached by another school. Who tried to get you, and why did you ultimately choose to come back to Southern Miss? We'll go with you first, Colby.
Yeah, so I had a good bit of teams, I guess you could say, reach out in the draft, but they kind of didn't. I just didn't feel right accepting those offers. And I mean, it's kind of like I told my parents. I was like, why wouldn't I go back? I believe in myself and pretty confident in everything I do here. And I believe that there's a lot more of my pitching ability that I needed to grow on. And why not come back and get it under Oz one more year and then head into pro ball being a lot better than I was last year, and face that full on. That was a big step for me is obviously adding that third pitch and not getting a pro ball and kind of getting whacked around and pushed down, I guess you could say. That was a big thing for me, was coming back and bettering myself. And I kind of felt like it wasn't my time to go yet. I felt like there's more left to do here, especially after the 3 or 4 years we've had. Yeah, I mean, this is home. It really is. I love it here, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Awesome. Matthew, I see you grinning over there. It sounds like you got a story or two.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Oh.
I am. I had some draft talk, kinda. I mean, it's hard for a guy like me to really get drafted. Just bigger guy. You can go make a shortstop, a first baseman. It's not that hard. But there's no place like putting the pinstripes on Friday night at the Pete. It really is indescribable. I owe Southern Miss so much. Not only the fans, like what y'all have done for like my family and everything. Like it's so special to me. And then like the coaches, the amount of time they've invested in me and my craft, because I wasn't ready whenever I got here. I learned that quickly, and just the investment they put into me. It's just I owe them everything for baseball and stuff like that. So, and then like everything like playing at this university, you're building yourself up for the future. So wherever my future holds, a lot of it is because of what Southern Miss has done for me. So there's no reason for me to play anywhere else. And I just love it here so much. And I think everyone knows that.
Absolutely. And I will add that it's nice to also have, the collective here. It just, if situations do come up that, we have an avenue, right, to combat that a little bit. So that's another big part of it. Pilo, do we have them back?
They are back. I think they're still having a little issue with their video, maybe. So I'm going to drop them back.
I'm blaming Ty.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop them backstage again till I see their video come on. So if guys, you can hear us, we got you. Oh, wait for it.
Because for the listeners and people who are tuning in on YouTube or whatever it might be, watching the video, before we started, they were initially on a cell phone with 3 people, and it was propped up against something. I think Ben said, we can just use the laptop, right? So then they popped the laptop up there. And got that going. But no, and look, I feel like I had to ask you guys that because as fans, we hear the rumors and we think about what could possibly happen. We see it happen with football every year, right? We've seen it happen in basketball. Baseball seems to be just hanging on. And I think a lot of the things that we're talking about tonight have a lot to do with that, with the camaraderie and the chemistry and the tradition and how cool it is to play at the Pete and that right field thing and Friday night starter. And all of that goes into it. But it's also nice to have, an avenue in which we can compete, from a financial standpoint. So that's very important as well. Pilo, you keep working on them. We'll keep interviewing these guys. And so, Colby, back to you. This team, it just looks the part, We come to all the practices, seems like every year, and we get our hopes up, and we're always really good. I feel like top 20 team in the country, no doubt, probably a little bit better than that for a good 15, 20 years in a row. That's awesome. But this team just feels different. Like, why will this year be different, and why is this team good?
Yeah, that's kind of a tough question because we're so good. I think one thing is our lineup is stacked with older guys, and I can tell you one thing for me, I'm sick of facing them. It's just tough. I mean, you're looking at we got probably 3 or 4 guys that are seniors or above at Russo and Hig.
Thanks.
And then you got, I think our youngest is Ty, who's had ABs. I mean, if you think about it, he's had ABs since a freshman. That's 40 to 60 ABs, that didn't even get counted for. And then you go back to the pitching. My goodness. That's we got I'll just say we got one of the most talented pitching staffs we've had since I've been here. Obviously, it's a little different when those lights turn on and that uniform's on. But there's not a doubt in my mind we don't have, honestly, 10 or 15 guys that can go out there and do whatever we need them to do. There's not a doubt in my mind about that one. But, yeah, I mean, you could say we're well-rounded with the pitching and hitting and defense. But there's also that leadership and veterans in that lineup and the pitching staff.
Bull, how does that work with, so many good players? And I've tried to put together lineups in my head of what I feel like it's going to look like. And I end up like with the 7, 8, and 9 guy, could damn near be the 2, 3, 4 guy. And then you got guys on the bench that are just, they're good too. So, on the offensive end and as far as pitching, there's going to be a lot of good players that don't play. So, how do you deal with that? And am I right about that?
I would, very, very much right. It's a good problem to have. It may not be good whenever you're creating the lineup, but it's a good problem whenever a pinch hit opportunity needs to happen, or a bigger guy in the lineup is in a bunt scenario, doesn't want to ground up into a 2-ball, and then you have someone off the bench that can get that bunt down and go play that position on defense very well. There's so many different scenarios that having those 13, 15 guys. Oh, they're back. What's up, fellas?
We're back.
Hey, had to go back to the phone.
Yeah. Beer run.
Yeah.
There's so
To the
many.
top, or Yingling Flight, man. That's right.
There you go.
A little bit of advertising there for y'all.
There we go.
But no, Bull, I feel you, man. You can go ahead and finish that point.
Yeah, there's so many different scenarios that can go on with having those 13, 14 hitters that you can really go to at any moment. You just build that trust. You work hard as a group all year, and you just know those guys are ready for when their moment comes, wherever that moment may be. And on the pitching side, Colby said it's one of the best. I would say the best since he's been here. It's the worst fall I've had since I think I'm still a good hitter. It's the worst fall I've had since my freshman year with that 22 staff. It's been tough the past 3 years because you have Oz. You know how Oz is. He goes to those 7, 8 pitchers, 9 pitchers that he really trusts, and you trust as a defense, as a team, and then like the fans do as well. But I would argue we have 13, 11 to 15, like Colby said, 10 to 15 guys that could get you outs at any moment of any game. And that's just so exciting to have that refreshness, of having – I was looking at – I think I was in the fall, I was looking at that 22 team. You had like 12 guys with a sub-5 ERA, and it was just disgusting. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys compete on the mound. I know they're ready for it. I know they're just like Colby said, he's tired of facing us. I know we're tired of facing them. I think Colby struck me out 3 times this weekend, and I'm over it. So, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. We have, like I said, we have expectations, but our capabilities are through the roof. So we're excited.
Let's roll.
Yeah, no doubt. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the Sun Belt. Outside looking in, I think the league looks pretty good. Got some really good teams. What stands out to you a little bit about league play?
Yeah, Tucker, we can go with you and just kind of get these guys involved back again since they're back.
Yes, sir. Obviously, it kind of stinks how the Sun Belt's set up where we're not playing Coastal this year, but it's just kind of how it goes.
Can anybody explain that? Also, Coastal is not playing us or Troy.
Yeah, I don't really know. The only reasoning behind it that I've been told is they're on the East and we're in the West, and it's a 2-year cycle, home and home in those 2 years, and then I don't know how long. I'm assuming we'll play them next year, but
Yeah, we got to do away with those East and West and just give everybody the
It's
same
got to
thing.
go. That has
just
to
have
go.
it as a full conference.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm excited. I think the conference will be very good. I think there's some underrated teams. Like Arkansas State is going to be good. They were way better last year than they had been in years past, and I'm assuming they're just going to keep getting better because they got a brand new good coaching staff, and so I'm excited. I think it's going to be really fun.
Ben, I mean, coming from the SEC, right? That league gets all the credit and like everything. If you played like ping pong for an SEC team, I think they'd be like, we're the best. But but now in the Sun Belt, I mean, talk about the depth that you've seen just top to bottom since you've been there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no week is an off week. You go into last year and you're thinking, man, we're going to Marshall like this, we're supposed to beat this team, whatever, this and that, and bam, you're 2 games down to Marshall.
Sure.
It can happen any weekend, just like anything in baseball. It's you can never take a game for granted, but to see that continued growth top to bottom in the league is super important, because you look back at last year, and we probably don't host unless Troy is so good. Without that RPI boost there at the end of the year, we probably don't host unless we beat that team 3 or 4 times. And fortunately we did, or, it's just going to be a tough spot with RPI being the king these days. We definitely need to continue to see this league grow. And I think it's headed in the right direction. You guys touched on it earlier. I would like to see the best on best in the league, maybe outside the conference tournament, but you can't predict that every year. So I think that continued top to bottom growth is going to be super important, especially in baseball for tournament and postseason selections and stuff of that nature.
For sure.
Yep.
Ty, this one's for you. What's it like? And I think we've talked a little bit about it, but go into a little more detail about what's it like playing at the Pete. Obviously, the support is tremendous, but what is it for you that sets it apart from other places you guys play?
Yeah, well, I mean, my first appearance at shortstop was in the regional. So, I mean, I just go out there and I'm like, stand there a second, just look around. I'm like, daggone, there's a whole lot of people here.
Where do these people come from?
Clip it.
Just a whole lot of fans, and I mean, the place is just vibrating, and feet are tingling. It's just like, wow, this is what it's all about right here. Coming out here, playing the game I love, and I got all these fans cheering me on, cheering my brothers on. It's just amazing, and like, the feeling's not replicated, like Ben said earlier. Like, there's no other anything you can possibly do is not going to amount to that. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, and even to piggyback off that,
Yeah.
it's just a different type of knowledge here. Like, sure, you can go other places and play in front of 6,000, 8,000 people. They don't know the game like these guys do. Like, people in Hattiesburg and at the Pete, man, they live and breathe baseball. This is it. So to have that level of dedication and that level of, baseball knowledge is kind of unprecedented. Like, there's just no way to replicate that.
Colby, is there a favorite chant or a cheer while you're playing at the Pete that you like to hear from the crowd?
Yeah, I'm a big throw in the dirt guy. I mean, that gets me riled up in the dugout.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just, every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, it's actually going to work. Like, it happens. And I love it. If I could truly yell it in the dugout like he does it up in the suite, I would 1,000% do it every AB.
Because there are some guys there's Brad that does it. He's the original. Yeah. And there's other people that try to do it. It's not quite the same. When it's the real deal, right?
It's not.
For sure.
Unfortunately, it's not, but they try. But
yeah.
Brad's
I couldn't do it.
I don't know. That just makes me grin.
It's about the voice.
Yeah.
Like, he just kills the voice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how he does it.
I don't know either.
It's just pretty impressive. Very creative.
Yeah.
You just never had the thought about what people walk into Trace if they're just passing by when they hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Oh, I'm
echoes out
It
there
might be
for.
some people, the spooks out there. They hear that and they're like, "Where's this coming from?"
Love that. Let's see. Best Pete Taylor Park moment that you've been a part of or seen out seen play out on TV.
Who you
Yeah.
want?
Bull, you.
Yep.
Danny Lynch Senior Day.
Wow.
2 grand slams.
2 grannies.
That
That's,
was disgustingly awesome.
I think I
That's
physically
right off
cried.
the tongue, easiest answer.
That's
Yeah. And I'll throw in Peto last year. I mean, last at bat ever, right? Walk off with a bomb.
Yeah, that's a great moment, but unfortunately we lost.
Yeah, it is. or Slade Wilkes. He's still got a hitting streak going, right?
Yeah, he
That's
does.
what I'd tell. I don't remember the last time I got out. I guess we'll go back to you, Tuck. I mean, let's talk about Pete Taylor Park Magic. Does that exist to you, the players? I know the fans, we believe in it, but I mean, what's that like? In the dugout, when the Pete Taylor Park Magic is like when it's being conjured up or however the hell it happens. I think it's there. So, do you believe in it, and how do you feel about the Magic?
Oh man, yeah, I believe in it. I think it's the real deal. I don't really know how to explain it. I just know the feeling I get when it's happening. And it's just kind of like everybody's getting loud, and you would think you would get nervous too, but no, it's just kind of like it feels like it's passing over you, literally only hitting the opposing team, whatever kind of magic it is, and it is awesome. And I don't know. It's honestly all I got to say about it, but it's truly amazing, and I've seen some awesome moments playing, not playing, and it's just awesome.
Are there any
Yeah, I mean,
superstitions in the dugout? Sorry, Pilo. Are there any superstitions in the dugout? Like if you're like when the Magic's beginning to happen, and all of a sudden you look over there and there's some, I don't know, crossed bats or something. Is there anything like that goes through your mind?
Nothing necessarily in particular, at least that I've noticed, but we've got a very superstitious coaching staff. And so, like, something behind the scenes, I don't know if you've definitely noticed this, but, like, every year, I'm fully bought in on it, but every year when we start playing really well, about halfway through the season, towards the end, we're wearing the same jersey pretty much every game other than Friday nights.
Yeah.
And it's the gold jersey because we're the Golden Eagles, baby, and it's awesome.
Love it.
Well, look, if there's not a lot of superstitions in the dugout, there's plenty in the roost to get things going. I promise you, we all participate. And going back to the point earlier, I mean the magic, and it's for me. I mean, it's real, and it's things that you live, that you'll remember forever. For me, one that just immediately comes in my head, just like yours did with Danny Lynch, it was Bo Griffin's home run against Ole Miss in 2005. I mean, we're talking 21 years ago, and I can close my eyes and hear the radio call Bo Griffin hitting a 3-run home run to beat Ole Miss 8-7 or 9-8 or whatever it was. But it was a moment like we were down and just rallied, and it's something that as a diehard, and it's just those magical moments that kind of live with you forever.
Let's talk about hopefully some magical moments that are going to happen this weekend. But we have it's a very challenging schedule, and you guys can all chime in on the entire thing. But I mean, we're staring at opening weekend in the face here, and UC Santa Barbara is coming to town, the Gauchos. What do we know about them besides the guy on Friday that throws like 100 miles an hour? How are you guys preparing to face them? And because they have a lot of history and a lot of tradition as well, right? Ben, let's start with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to sound cliche, and we hear it all the time, but, we prepare to play against the game rather than an opponent. To make those routine plays and to play our game, playing a faceless opponent, just to to go out there and prepare the best that we can and do the things that we believe are going to help us win games. But obviously, we're not naive to know that this is going to be a tough weekend. So we're looking forward to embracing that opportunity. And actually, Coach Oz brought this point up the other day. Those early season matchups, quite like the one we played at TCU last year, may end up deciding a host spot at the end of the year. So, whether it's game one or game 50, we're playing them all the same way, and we're playing them with a lot of intent and a lot of focus and energy in trying to win those games because they all count. So I would say we're just preparing to take it pitch by pitch, inning by inning, out by out.
And you guys can chime in on that as well. But I mean, and maybe some other games on the schedule that you've kind of got circled. Anybody can jump in here. Ty, what about you?
Oh yeah. Well, I've taken a couple looks at the schedule, not too many. So I just kind of, we play UC Santa Barbara this weekend. I don't know too much past that. But you come on the field and you do your thing, man. And whoever walks down the hill, and you give it to them. Like, you don't come to Hattiesburg and leave the same way you came in. And that's how we handle our business. We understand what we got to do. We understand what the fans want. And we go out there and we put our head down and we do everything we can.
Sweet.
Man, Ty Long is just full of clips tonight.
Awesome.
Crushing it.
Anybody else? I get it. The next game, the next one you play is the most important one. But are there any other games that you're looking forward to, either at home or away, that you kind of have, that you're kind of just looking forward to as the season comes up?
Like you said, we are focused on game one, pitch one. I think the next weekend will be a cool opportunity, going up there to Round Rock. Obviously, we're all looking forward to that. Other than that, conference is always fun. It's a different vibe in the air when it's as meaningful as it is. Like, you want to go win your conference. Obviously, every game's meaningful, but those games are always fun. And I think there'll be some fun series on the road this year, due to some portal acquisitions and coaching staff changes. Be fun. So no, that would be But like Ty said, we're focused on game one. Now, what are we? 3 days away? We're one practice away. Really, we're off tomorrow. So yeah, we're excited. It's gonna be fun.
And I know you can't speak for them, but Stelly and Morrison, right? That's a big deal. Two of the better players from inside the conference. So how have those guys has it been a warm welcome coming into the Pete? Are they mixing well with you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Stelly's actually my roommate. So he lives right across the hall from me. So they love it here. They fit in just like they've been here for 4 years, you could say. So it's basically, I don't know what else to say. They love it and they're passing the test, I guess you could say. But
Cool.
Great. Yeah, so obviously, going back to the beginning, we are here tonight, kind of in collaboration with the collective, and speaking to you guys, and we'll start at the back on with Ty, and then we'll work toward Colby. But what does the collective kind of mean to you, and what does it do for you?
Just having that support, like not just like the face-to-face, the friendships that come along with it, but also like the support outside of the field that only they understand, only they get to see. It's just so meaningful. So like for me to just be myself and to play baseball is just have this extra support. It means a whole lot to me. And I'm just so grateful that it happens, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Higdon, what how important is it for Southern Miss baseball to stay competitive in that regard with other universities, with the collective?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to go there. As far as our conference and stuff like that, we are at the top. There is no doubt in my mind. But we only stay there through continued support. And when you are looking at a nationally praised and nationally competitive program like this, it's the standard these days. There's no doubt. To stay in that competitive mindset and that competitive, just to be competitive, it's a must. There's no doubt if you want to bring in talent and guys like Morrison and Stelly and Crabtree and all those guys that can help you win big games and big moments and bring in people to the stadium and put butts in chairs, man, it's just something that's got to happen. So our support that we've gotten as a team has been unbelievable. So to continually be a national contender, it's mandatory, no doubt.
Love it.
Stock?
Yes, sir. I mean, it really helps out a lot. Just being a student athlete at a Division I school, it can be tough sometimes. I mean, for some guys, like it's tougher on some guys than it is others for whatever the reason may be. But it really helps out a lot having the support, and it takes away some of the worries and some of the outside, like unnecessary worries. And so the collective does an incredible job of helping out with that side of it as well. I mean, it's the collective and then the people supporting the collective as well. And it truly, like for me personally, it really helps out a lot, not having to worry, being able to do everything I need to be able to do to make myself as prepared and ready as possible. It wouldn't be able to happen if it weren't for the collective. And so we're all truly thankful for it. And yeah, it's awesome.
Sure. Bull, what about you?
Yeah, but I would say there's a reason why no one leaves Southern Miss. Obviously the culture is a major factor into that, but what the collective does, I mean, you pay your talent, right? You pay your guys that are going to put numbers up on the field and stuff like that, and you're very grateful as a player because it's not just, it's like you get all the attention from the coaches and stuff like that. They're working on your craft every single day, and then you get rewarded and you don't have to worry about your housing, right? You pay your rent with it. It's just, you're the collective. It's all that, it's a support from all the fans drowning on top of you. And it's so unbelievable. It's just like whenever you go out there Friday night at the Pete, it's just that support that's surrounding you. And I know we're all grateful for it. And like I said, there's a reason why I think Coach Oz mentioned it. It's like a 99 percentile of returners,
Right.
You don't see that in college baseball nowadays. And it's a lot of it is because of what the collective does and the people of Hattiesburg and how they support us. So we're very grateful.
And Colby, lastly?
Yeah, kind of hitting on what all they said. The support is really unmatched with anybody in our league, and really anybody around. It's pretty impressive of what our fans and the collective do for us and what they mean to us. There's no doubt about that. We don't look over that. We're very grateful for what we have here. There's no doubt about it. And then kind of getting away from the financial standpoint, it kind of connects us with people that may help us later in life after baseball too. We can build some great connections that can change our lives outside of baseball. That's another big piece that some people may overlook. By whatever, if we're doing events or like me and Russo just did that Hattiesburgers thing,
Yeah, that was great.
It's just, man, it's awesome to have it. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. And he's talking about Hattiesburgers downtown. Hands down, best burger in town, in my opinion. The Sunset Burger in particular. That's my favorite.
Yes.
We have a few questions, guys, and we're going to do a quick hitter segment just in a minute, where it's kind of like a game show atmosphere. But this is similar to that. But we have a To the Top Talk Discord group, and we told them we were interviewing you guys tonight, so they came up with a few questions. There's 5 of them, so there's 5 of you. So Ty, we're going to start with you and go around the horn just like we just did. What's the most underrated part of the Pete?
All right. Most underrated. Well, everybody knows the Roost and the 16-ounce lounge, so they can't be underrated. Obviously, I mean, the sweets are sick. That's not underrated.
This is great.
The new billboard is awesome. Also, like everybody sees
That
that.
is pretty cool.
Yep, underrated.
That might be underrated.
Not much of it, is it, Ty?
I'd just say the dugout's underrated.
It just got redone.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
have brand new boxes and stuff we can put our gear in, and everything stays situated. Not everybody gets to see that, so I'll say the dugout's
I like
most
that.
underrated.
Crushed it.
Very nice.
Killed
So
All
good.
right, Ben, where do you see college baseball in the next 5 years?
Man, that one's deep.
That's it.
A little philosophical.
Exhaling. He's like, "Hey, I'm glad I got the one before that." Man, I just continue to see it expanding and growing.
Yeah.
I think it's just such a quick growing game, and more atmospheres like what we have here are, going to continue to grow the game, and people are going to just start to get out the games more. So I guess I know it's not very specific, and y'all might want a better answer, but I just continue to see it on the rise, no doubt.
That's a great answer.
More
No,
fans,
it's growing in popularity for sure.
no doubt.
This is along the same lines, I think, Tuck. And since you came in late, I think it might be the toughest question. So you just happened to get it. But do you anticipate separation between high and low revenue programs like we've seen in college football?
Could you
Honestly,
Get you some, Todd. Good question for the rocket scientists here, man.
I have actually thought about this
Yeah.
fairly recently. Just at the end of the college football season, I started thinking about this kind of deal and just all of college sports. But with college baseball, like obviously there's plenty of money that it is going into college baseball, but college football, it's just astronomically more.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a huge reason why there's that difference. But in college baseball, I kind of think that difference in between the high revenue and low revenue is not going to be as big, because my reasoning and my opinion on it is I think you're going to have the high revenue teams getting good players, transfer portal guys, whatever it may be, and they're going to continue getting those guys. But the low revenue teams are going to continue to get better and learning how to develop and learning what they have to do to be able to compete. And baseball is such a crazy game to where developing and figuring out your own way to compete with the talent level you have can still win a lot of games. And
Sure.
I feel like that is kind of where this program started back 20 years ago, was that before NIL and before it was legal, at least.
Yeah.
And we've way surpassed that point now, and the fan base has increased us to a high revenue, or I would think a high revenue team. And so it's, I don't know. I get to ranting sometimes, and I think I'm doing that right now. But
That's a great. I mean, I get it. That's
I think it's a great answer for sure.
way better than I could have come up with.
But I mean, I think Southern Miss is reaping the benefit of the investment into the program over the last 20 years. You guys are living that, and the ability that we have to reload every year, like you said, like we talk about last year's team and how good, and then everybody that's talked about this year's team, like, damn, we were right there, if not better. And so, like, having that ability at our level is something we're not able to do, unfortunately, at football. We haven't figured that out yet. But it's a different game, obviously, and the money aspect is a lot different. But moving on to you, Bull. Favorite thing to do in Hattiesburg in your free time, both in and out of season?
What'd you say, Tuck?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I
It's
don't
not
know.
exactly along the lines of eating food.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
didn't
the
say-
case. That's not the case. Well, maybe. Honestly, in Hattiesburg, I mean, just we mentioned it earlier. Just spending those extra minutes with the guys, right? As much as you can. We really don't have much time, right? We're student athletes. I know Tucker's pulled off all-nighters to study for tests. Granted, he's studying to build rockets. I'm not. But you just don't have much time, so you're just trying to I'm just spending it as much with my buddies as I can. And other than that, I'm playing video games, the usual, taking it all in before the real world starts for me. Hanging out with the buddies outside of the field. It's not hard to do, as Tucker mentioned earlier.
Love it. And I have the last question here, and
Maybe the best.
figure out how I'm gonna frame this because there has to be some context behind it. So there's a Twitter account. It's called Colby Allen's Giant Balls. So this question is specifically for Colby, and it says, how big are your balls? How big are your balls have to be how big are your balls to have their own account? So glad I ended up with that last one, P.I.
Yeah, I'm so glad you got that.
I mean, I don't know. I guess when you can kind of get out of some sticky situations on the mound, tough question to answer.
No, that's enough.
That's enough. That's enough. Patrick, let's hit some quick hitter music.
Hey, we'll hit that music that we did at the pre-show. We'll
Okay.
use that for our quick hitter.
Okay, sure.
And here we go. All right. Go ahead, Jason.
Okay, we're gonna do it. Okay, so quick hitter time. We'll go down the line for each guy, and at the end there's some for all of you. But Colby, start with you. Who's the toughest out on the team?
He's not his head over there.
I don't know. I've had some pretty good luck against Sage here recently.
Wait, what do you
I'm gonna be honest. Probably right now, Kyle Morrison is probably Higgy one of the two.
Cool. Bull, who has the worst music taste?
Probably Ty.
You go skip, man. Should have gone skip.
But besides Coach Oz,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Ty.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
We'll jump back to our other music.
There you go.
Let's see. Ty, which teammate is most likely to be a coach one day?
I think Ben's would be a great.
Got it, Ben. Be wonderful at it. Higgy, this one's coming to you. Who has the prettiest right-handed swing on the team?
Y'all are gonna be in trouble, dude. Y'all knew where I was gonna be positioned right before this. I really like Ty swing, man. It's really smooth. Tuck is really good at using the whole bat and controlling the barrel. Oh man, I'm gonna say a two-way tie between these two guys.
Hey,
Right here.
best answer
Man.
ever.
Politics. Got a career.
That's right.
Stock. Weirdest thing you've learned about one of your pitchers?
There's some intimate
Well-
conversations that go on there.
After spending a lot of time with Micah Wascom, he does some really weird things, and it's hilarious. But like the other night, after the Super Bowl, he just decided to go and have a sweet tea and sit by a campfire on his own in his backyard. It's not
my
that
kinda-
weird, I guess. but if you knew him very well, you would think it's weird. Oh yeah, he's gotten big into rollerblading here lately too, and he likes to rollerblade around with his shirt off around this little neighborhood.
That's great. All right, these next four we have. Everybody's going to answer, so we'll start with Colby, go to Bull, and then Tuck, and then Higdon, and with Ty. That's just the way I have y'all in my lineup. So, Colby, favorite Hattiesburg food spot? You know I'm going to ask a food question.
Probably Bourbon on Front, honestly. I'll go big time.
Very
Bourbon
good spot.
Solid. Bull?
I'm going to go political here and say Artaroo and Qdoba.
Art of Russo. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Tuck?
I love Qdoba. I go there about 4 times a week. Pretty awesome, but also Crescent City Grill is up there for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'll go Stoley's. They have an incredible steak and a great pasta. So if Stoley's is on the line right now, man, y'all hit me up. I would love
The Cajun pasta?
Oh man, it's incredible.
Oh.
It's something serious. It's something serious for sure.
It's so good. That's my wife's favorite. She gets it every single time we go.
I'm
It's so
really
hard to
interested.
decide between the steak and that, man.
Yeah.
I'm so interested to see what Ty says here.
I go to Firehouse a lot. I like those sandwiches a lot.
Love it.
Great
Hey,
sandwich spot.
That's because we don't have a Jersey Mike. All right, here we go. Another food question. Start with Colby again. Best post-game roost food you've eaten?
Oh. Probably the jambalaya.
Thank you.
Ooh, he was staring right at you.
Yeah, I was about to say, you better get that right. Bull?
Obviously, my answer is my uncle's jambalaya out there.
Or pastalaya, right?
Yeah, it's pasta. You're right.
Yeah, he's done both out there.
Bow tie noodles. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Tuck?
Crap, I was about to say the pastalaya. I love jambalaya, but something about pastalaya, I like it a lot better, and it has been amazing every time I've ever had it in the Roost.
Higgy?
I'll go jambalaya. I know it's not original, but it's really, really good. So I'll go with that.
Ty, have you been to the Roost?
Yeah, I had jambalaya out there, and I didn't really know what that was. And someone said we're eating jambalaya, and I didn't know what it was, and I ate it. And it's awesome.
Oh, so good. I'll do this one, Pilo. Again, Colby, best golfer on the team?
Oh, gosh. It's not me or Higgy, I can promise you that.
It is not. It is not.
Hig, you can help me out on this? I don't
Dude,
know.
I don't know. We got some really, really severely average golfers on the team.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, y'all can just answer this
average
collectively.
Yeah.
if you're an average golf, you can get with me and Hig, and we can point you to the right direction.
Yeah, we have a good time. We're more having a good time type of golfers.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
My answer is Joey.
Not Joey. It is
Yeah.
not Joey.
Not Joey either.
It might be Crab. It might
I've
be
heard-
Crabtree.
Yeah.
I can see
I'm
that.
pulling a crazy
But he hits
one.
it a mile.
I'm pulling a crazy one because he's one of my roommates. But David, he can hit that thing.
Yeah.
Davis hits the ball hard.
I'm sure he could hit a golf ball a long ways.
Dave's one in the long drive comp for sure.
No doubt about it.
All right, last one.
Last one. Let's get the music going again. And it is Olympics. I know you guys are busy. Maybe have not watched it. The Winter Olympics going on right now. What winter sport could you compete in, Colby?
To be honest, I'm looking here. Give me like something like skating. I'm not a big Olympics guy, honestly. I don't even know. Can you give me some sports that are in the Olympics?
Skiing is in there.
A little
Curling.
downhill skiing,
You would be a
curling,
good figure.
figure skating.
He's very graceful.
I don't know. I'm pretty good on my feet.
You are. You're very graceful. I like
good on
that.
my feet. I'll take figure skating.
Cross country
Figure
skiing, figure
Yeah.
skating. Okay.
Yeah.
Bull.
It's not Russo.
Russo and her eyes.
Wait, what he said?
I'm curling. I've watched it on TV twice. I'm going.
Yes.
Oh yeah, with the brush, 100%.
Me and Ty, we would be a good team, Ty.
Bobsled. These next three might be bobsled guys. You got two guys in the back just running down, and then one guy,
Well, my dad grew up watching a lot of hockey. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Been a Maple Leafs fan my whole life, so I would like to think I could compete in hockey.
You got the build for it. You built like an NHL guy.
I think it would be.
I would like to preface this by saying I don't think I would be able to compete in any of them. I would say I would be best at like alpine downhill, probably some slalom or some.
What is
I
he
don't know what
saying?
they call it.
Well
whatever,
done.
Michaela Schifrin is
The
probably my
moguls, like the
favorite.
hills.
Not
Yeah.
mogul. That's a lot of work.
Tear your
I like
knees
going
up.
down. Yeah, I like going down straight. So I'll go
Oh,
with
yeah.
downhill alpine.
All right, Ty. Last one.
I like the one where they go downhill and fly in the air off the skis.
Yeah.
I'd say I think
That-
jumping would have a little to do with that. And
Yeah,
timing.
ski
And
jump.
I'm-
Yeah.
jumping and
That's-
timing. I think I could handle that pretty well.
That is fantastic.
I
Oh
would
my
pay
god,
money to watch Ty ski jump. That'd be amazing.
fellas, that is it. That was so much fun. And we are here on behalf of the collective today. But just on your way out the door, guys, is there anything lastly that you'd like to tell the Southern Miss faithful out there, Colby?
A big thank you. Honestly, that was the first thing that came to mind was a big thank you. I mean, obviously, none of us would be here and want to play at P. Taylor Park like we all love to without the fans. So, yeah, thank you guys.
Bull?
Yeah, piggyback off of that. Thank you once again. If collective wasn't a thing, we probably wouldn't have Colby pitching on Friday night. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just saying, like, it's just you have to be grateful for those scenarios, and we're excited for this Friday, and we need y'all support. So please be there.
Yep. Tuck?
Man, it's been awesome. Thank you. I can't wait for this year and another year after. And I wouldn't be near the person or player that I am today without this place and the fan base and all the time and money and effort that's been put into me. And so just same thing, a big thank you.
Yeah, I'll go with Tuck on that. I'll second that, no doubt. And obviously, I can't wait to see you guys out there, man. It's going to be a special year, and you guys are a huge part of it. So we're looking forward to seeing y'all out there just as much as y'all are looking forward to seeing us. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks. And I'd say strap in your helmet because we're coming.
I love it. Absolutely fantastic.
Guys, thank you so much. And hey, collectively here, let's get a big Southern Miss.
To the top.
All right, guys. You can shut her down, and Patrick and I are going to finish it out. Thank you so much again.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you,
Enjoyed it,
guys.
fellas.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see y'all soon. Man.
Boy, that goes to the top of the list, Pilo. There's been a lot of interviews. We had a great one last week.
We did.
I don't know how the numbers are going to shake out on this one, but
I've told a lot of people, but that was fantastic.
I mean, just some characters, and can you just feel how they get along? That happens with a lot of baseball teams. I get it, but that was genuine.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's
Let's take a 30-second. I'm gonna
make
a run, and we'll be right back.
We'll do it. Man, that was quick. We need like 45 seconds. 30
It was
seconds
a lot.
is-
It was a lot slower for me to this week. I went running today, and I had to go running again because we have a puppy. And, you hadn't heard him barking, have you?
Mm-mm.
I had to run it out of him.
It's been on his behavior.
Either
tonight.
that or my wife has figured out a secret that I don't know.
Muzzle.
Muzzle tough. So we are back, and again, until we start playing baseball games this weekend, and we can pick players of the week. This week's poll question is brought to you by Bourbon on Front, located at 206 Front Street in downtown Hattiesburg. Steaks, seafood, and cocktails, and the only rooftop patio in downtown. Open every day but Monday. Call 601-336-7097 for reservations, private events, and catering. Or you can visit them on the web at bourbon-on-front.com. Bourbon on Front.
Yep.
Go see them today.
Well, and
and-
I wanted to throw it out there. If you're not following them on social, you need to, because they have a special Valentine's Week menu. So they just
Saw
posted that out yesterday, and there's some pretty awesome stuff out there. So go check it out. Again, this weekend is opening day. It's also Valentine's Day on, I guess, Saturday. And so go check that out.
And you heard the guys mention Bourbon on Front a couple times as well. And I'll go ahead and say it. I don't guess I could say it while they were here. But they have the best happy hour in town. It's like everything's like, remember at 206 Front, they used to have like everything was $2.06. You can't do that anymore, right? Because prices have gone up. But everything's like something in 6 cents, like the queso dip and then the old fashions and $5.06, $6.06. It's
And if
really,
you haven't
really
been upstairs they've redone that up there and
super classy.
expanded, and man, it's fantastic.
It's fun. It feels like a city,
It
like
does.
a city bar. So, but the poll results this week, the poll question. Well, the poll question that we had was, and we mentioned it in the open, but this week there was National Signing Day for college football. That used to be a huge deal. It was like if you didn't hit that day, I mean, that day you found out kind of what your fall was going to be like.
Yeah.
Right? It's not really that way anymore. So the poll question hits on that. It says level of interest in college football National Signing Day. And the four answers that we gave were very interested, kind of interested, wait, it's signing day, and it's baseball season. So we might have some recency bias and the fact that we're awesome in baseball. But it's baseball season got 55% of the vote. Wait, it's signing day got 25% of the vote. Kind of interested, 15%, and very interested, only 5%. So it's baseball season one, and I agree. I think that's the one that I picked when I went over to my personal account. And it is. So anyway, poll question brought to you by Bourbon on Front. So, and when we start playing baseball games, Bourbon on Front, we will have a player of the week. I'll have one, and Patrick will have one. So look for that each and every week of the baseball season. And we're very happy to have Bourbon on Front. On
and
board.
one thing too, I thought about this today. Actually, I hadn't even told you, but we're gonna have that, and we're gonna keep a tally. So we're gonna keep a tally of by the end of the year who has the most, and then we'll have a winner of Player of the Weeks. So we'll kind of keep everybody updated on. Because I imagine some weeks, somebody has somebody hits 4 or 5 bombs in a weekend, and
Do we get a plaque for that, like a trophy?
Yeah,
Is there
we'll
a
do
Dundee,
something.
like a
We'll do
Dundee.
something. Yeah,
to the
I got a
toppy?
Dundee.
To
I
the
have a Dundee right
talkie?
up here.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
It was there.
It was there.
It was teed up. Move on to basketball. So, and we're gonna shut this down pretty quick. It's been a while, but real quick, because I still love going to basketball games. Basketball men's team, we're sitting at 13-13, 6-7 in the league. We lost to Marshall on the road, 81-77. Then we beat a 17-6 Kent State team at Reed Green Coliseum. It was a super tough loss at Marshall. We had the lead for like the whole damn game.
Yeah.
I gave him fits. Marshall hit 26 3-pointers in one game this season. They only had one against us in the first half. The second half, there's like, I don't know, 6 minutes to go or something. They got a little hot.
Yeah.
You know, and they weren't. It's not that we weren't guarding them. It was they were like from the logo, just over half court and just banging. What do you do? You know, that happens to us a lot. But anyway, and also we were still missing Isaac Taveras. Okay, he's the best player we got. I think he's a at worst top 10 player in the league, and he hasn't played for 8 weeks.
Yeah. And we are a different team with him on the court.
He scores 18 points a game.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, why aren't you scoring?
Creates so much. Yeah.
And not only that, he rebounds a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, he's been gone for a while. It's not an excuse. But, at the same time, it's tough for any program in the world to lose your best player or lose one of your best players, right? And especially a scorer, and still score as much. Just makes sense. Anyway, beat a very good Kent State team. That team, they might win the MAC. That thriller at Reed Green Coliseum. So Taveras scored a layup in traffic with like 15 seconds to go, right there in front of us, and we were going crazy. Kent State goes right back down the court and scores again. So we're down 1 again. I'm like, oh my God. And Taveras drives to the hoop, gets fouled. So he's on the foul line with like 1.3 seconds to go. Mm-hmm. And you remember before Taveras went out, he kind of got the yips at the free throw line a little bit, right? As good as he was not clutch at the line. So here he is, brace on the right wrist with a right-handed shooting player. First came back in 8 weeks. You got to make 1 to tie, 2 to win. He knocks them both down. 1 second to go. They throw it in, throw up a prayer. It misses. We get the W. Fantastic feeling. So nice to get back in the win column, and even nicer to have Taveras back just with, I think, 4 or 5 conference games left. You can look up that. But up next for the guys, 2 home games this week. February the 12th, South Alabama at 7:30. And then that's Thursday. So then February the 14th, Saturday, Troy is also at 7:30. So that's a long day. Both of those are doubleheaders. The women play before. So that's Saturday. That's a very big deal. Baseball at 1, I think.
Yeah.
Women's basketball at 5, and then men's basketball at 7:30. And who knows? The softball team might be playing as well. I don't know that off the top of my head. But Pilo, so we won a game. We're still kind of towards the bottom of the conference standings, but there's a whole bunch of teams bunched up right there, right?
Yep. Troy is sitting atop at 9-3. App State is 9-4, and then you have South Alabama, Marshall at 7-4, Coastal and Texas State are 7-6. Yeah, Arkansas State, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, and Louisiana all at 6-6, and then we're right there at 6-7. So, yeah, I mean, 3 or 4 games in one direction can really move.
There's
really
2 games out of third,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's everybody's right there. That's good. On the women's side, the women are sitting at 12-12, 5-7, very similar to the men. Lost to James Madison 83-72. Then in the Sun Belt MAC Challenge, they lost on the road to Toledo 76-67. 2 losses, but we do have 2 home games coming up. The ladies are 9-4 at home this year. Quite an advantage. So up next for the ladies, doubleheader, both games, like we said. So they are Thursday at 5 o'clock versus Monroe, and Saturday at 5 o'clock versus Texas State. And how do those standings look, Pilo?
Yeah, Arkansas State in the driver, which it's interesting. The top 3 teams all lost their last game. Arkansas State was undefeated; they're 11-1 now. Troy 10-2, Georgia Southern 10-2, and then you have the 3 teams behind them all won this past week. So Marshall, James Madison, Old Dominion are right there. Marshall at 10-3, James Madison 9-4. Old Dominion and Texas State are at 6-6, and we're sitting right there at 5-7. So again, not too far out of 4th or 5th there.
If the men and the women can both take advantage of this home stretch, right?
Yeah.
I mean, can really get the top 4 seeds. What you're looking for.
Mhm.
That's what you're looking for. The men might have a little easier path to the top 4 than the women, just because there's a bunch of really good teams right there at the top for the women. But you never know. You know, you put a few wins together and see what happens. Anyway, we would like to take this opportunity to thank our title sponsor once again and remind you that Yingling Flight is available in 12-ounce slim cans like this one and 16-ounce screw tops at most retailers. You can go ahead and buy yourself some Yingling Flight today. It is very good beer, and I like it. And I'll have some this weekend. It's going to be fun. Pilo, do you want to hit us with a weather report for the weekend? I mean,
I can do that.
It's not going to be freezing, I know that, but there are a chance of some sprinkles. Hopefully not any lightning.
Yeah, the good news is from what I'm seeing, there is rain coming. You know, we're at that time of the year where it kind of fronts kind of come in and then it kind of cools down for a few days and then we kind of warm up and then it rains and then we cool back down. But so we're obviously on this warming trend right now. But yeah, Saturday, I believe the rain is supposed to go a little later than what they were thinking. So I think it was going to be like the majority of the day on Saturday. I think now they're leaning a little bit more towards Saturday evening. And so I think the baseball game should be good. Again, we really won't know a lot more till like closer to 48 hours out, but we're getting pretty close to that. So yeah, I think we're going to be good. Friday night's going to be incredible. Let me give you Friday night's look here. We're talking in Hattiesburg, high 75, low 50. I mean, so just absolutely gorgeous. A little cloudy, a little bit of sunshine mixed. And then again, Saturday, like we said, some periods of rain, maybe some, I think there's a good chance of a lot of rain falling, or close to an inch of rain, I guess. But again, timing on that, we don't know yet. But, so if you're out of the Pete on Saturday, rain jacket, poncho, tents in the roost, the whole 9 yards is better than fire pits. So yeah.
Ooh,
bring your boots and rain boots, and everybody knows what to do out there with that. And then I think Sunday is going to be fine too.
That brings us to the tweet of the week. This is the Cloverleaf Mall tweet of the week. This is brought to you by Katie Bailey with Dunbar Real Estate. Any house, anywhere, anytime. Call today, 601-408-9980. And we went with, there's a lot of good ones. You could always go with Cloverleaf. He had that tweet where the eagle on the Tradition of Excellence sign came alive.
Oh, so good.
He also had one about our episode last week where he was piggybacking off of Rick Maddox saying that without the Dugout Club, we would be on a sleeper bus that broke down, and with the Dugout Club, we would have a private jet or whatever. It was great how he did that. But the one we went with was from our guy, Jason Baker. You can follow him at
Yes, sir.
the J Baker Era. Of course, Jason does women's basketball, radio calls, and he also does all of the ESPN Plus broadcasts for football and baseball. And I think that's it. The guy's so busy I can't keep up. But
Yeah.
so he puts out a picture. He does this a lot. He puts out a picture of him at his desk, and I would really like to have a whiskey drink in that office one day.
Yeah.
I want to go to
for
Beck's house and just sit right there. I can just like feel what it smells like, I think, by looking at it. Anyway, so he tweeted out, along with that picture, in the words of the great philosopher of our day, at rapper Tone Loc, quote, "Let's do it." And it says, prepping for at UC Santa Barbara baseball versus Southern Miss baseball. Can't wait to be alongside at C. Russum and at Chris Kirkland with at Marty Wyndham in the booth, I think, at Pete Taylor Park. Hashtag SMTTT. So, and then, it's just, I can't wait. Those guys do a fantastic job of it.
The best.
And we are blessed to have them on board. It's like a professional broadcast. It is a professional broadcast, and a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people are like, is this a game changer?
Yeah. The high 50 cam that doesn't move. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there. Like, what happened? Was it fair? We don't know.
We don't know.
But anyway, so that's where
I can't wait. My favorite thing is to go to the game, go to the Pete, obviously, go to the Roost. When I get back home, the game is ready to go. I'll rewatch it, and then you can fast forward 10 seconds, and that's about the time as far as the pitch. So you can get through the game really quickly just by fast forwarding pitch, and then you can kind of see, all the highlights there. So that's one of my favorite things to do, to hear the call and hear Jason and them go through everything. So can't wait.
Cool. Awesome.
And I know he's ready for some food in the Roost, from the Roost.
Well, he'll get some for sure. A few other things that we will tie up before we get out of here, but I would like to take this opportunity again, Pilo. We can do this. So, To the Top Collective's mission is to bring Southern Miss to the top, and is the official name, image, and likeness partnership that works to improve the lives of student athletes, alumni, and supporters of the University of Southern Mississippi.
Yeah, and you can join today for as little as $17 per month and enjoy benefits like tailgate passes, member-only events, meet and greets with the players, open practices, and a lot more. Some really cool merch there on the site. You can go check that out. There are tons of stuff out there. Great new logo. If you haven't seen it, go check it out at their website.
And I don't know how we didn't bring this up when we had all the guys on here, but Colby Allen, Tucker Stockman, and Ben Higdon all made the preseason All Sun Belt Conference team.
Yep.
We could have brought that up because then you'd have Ty and Russo just sitting there. That'd probably been pretty funny. But anyway, they all deserve it, and with these preseason, it's just nice that we're noted on all of them. The 2026 Sun Belt Conference baseball preseason coaches poll came out as well. Coastal Carolina is in first with 194 votes. Southern Miss right there in second at 182. So Southern Miss, again, picked behind Coastal. I think partly because Coastal has a very easier trek, right? Without having to play Southern Miss or Troy. That's out of the top three teams, they don't have to play two of them. So anyway, that's funny, but it's also nice to have that there. So I mean, we've been doing this for a while, but we are now how many days until first pitch to the Pete?
3
days. Ooh,
yeah,
feels nice.
Yeah, and this is out too, so.
That's true. All right, buddy. That is time for shout outs, and we will get out of here.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll get a little music here. And all right. I mean, this is piggybacking off what you just said, but shout out Roos family. We made it. We're here. I cannot wait to take my time walking the full length and
Dan Keat.
That's right. Stopping and chatting with everybody that I haven't seen in a while. Can't wait and looking forward to it. Shout out, like I said earlier in the opener, I think, shout out to modern medicine and telehealth. Man, you can FaceTime a doctor now and get medication and don't even have to go to a clinic. It's fantastic. So yeah, shout out to that. I wanted to shout out to, see the Eags hat I'm wearing. It is over at the goldenstandard.shop. Not only hats now, they've got a new drop now. They have some mock turtlenecks. They have some t-shirts that have this Eags logo that are gold, and a really cool kind of sketch similar to what we did with our Pete and Rock kind of sketch t-shirts. They have one with the right field roost. It's really cool. If you haven't seen that, go check it out over at the goldenstandard.shop. And shout out Coach Anderson. I see him at least 4 days a week now, I feel like. His daughter and my daughter are both playing basketball and at Temple. And so see him all the time at practice. And he's there, man. He doesn't miss it. He's into it. And Coach, can't wait to get you on the pod soon.
No doubt. I'll give a few and we'll get out of here. Shout out to Peter, right? With Peter Bain with the
Absolutely
Collective. He set a lot of this up. and the guy, and shout out to all the guys. I mean, we dealt with Colby.
So good.
Colby set up the logistically all the guys and got us the red emails and all that. So shout out to Colby as well. Shout out to Anthony Hicks. He sits in front of me at basketball, and he sits there a lot. And he finally said, "Hey, man, aren't you that dude that does the thing?" I'm like, "What?" But anyway, he was talking about the podcast, and it was nice that he recognized and that he didn't hate us. That was cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dusty Haley, Southern Miss Great. He texted the other day saying that he enjoyed the Rick Maddox podcast, the Rick Maddox episode. So, and I hope that he comes down. And I hadn't seen Dusty in quite a while. He's one of the few guys that knows that I used to be able to play baseball. So I need to like stand beside him and go like, "Hey,
Listen to this guy.
I was on the team." Damn it. Shout out to Kyle Bailey, co-owner of the Coop card shop out there, the collectible shop.
Yeah.
We went at my son is all into cards now, not only baseball, but Pokemon and I don't know. There's some other ones that I don't know what they are, but it's a very big deal. All these cards. I know that you're into it, Pilo and Sut and all those guys. So we went for the first time today. He hooked Jack up with a JB Middleton card.
Oh,
he was
awesome.
He was all fired up. So, anyways, a good dude. If you guys are into cards and collectibles, and they've got a ton of stuff.
Yeah, they have a
and
great.
Patrick, our very own Patrick, designed the logo.
Yeah.
Right.
I did.
It looked good.
Yeah,
Look-
it's a cool story behind that, and had the opportunity to do it, and definitely go check them out. Way out west.
Yep.
So that's a long ways out west for you.
It is. It was so far. I had to text him. I was like, "Hey, what's the address?" Because it was just. I was like, "I'm still going." But anyway, he's like, "You're almost here."
It's great.
Oh man, that's it. I know it was long. I don't care. That was a good one. This episode was brought to you by the premium light beer, Yingling Flight. Established in 2020 by the oldest brewery in America. Crisp, clean, refreshing taste, 95 calories, only 2.6 grams of carbs. Pick yourself up some Yingling Flight today. Hey, I'll tell you what, and real quick, another shout out to the guy, Rod Jones. AI Thunderclap is his Twitter name. He's the guy that got us that song, and we're going to get it better. We had it on the phone today. We're going to actually download it so we can play it like this music's playing, so it's just a better quality.
Yep.
Shout out to him as well. But go ahead and pick yourself up some Yingling Flight today and get ready for the weekend. And that's it. Thanks for listening in today or watching, or whatever day you might have listened or watched, whichever platform we chose to listen on. Remember, you can follow me at Bumper J. Bailey and Patrick at P. Lowry. You can follow us on all the social at To The Top Talk. And don't forget about the mailbag, To The Top Talk at gmail.com. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell somebody to the top today. And as always, Southern Miss,
To the top.
talk.
It's here, baby.
I'm not mad. Why am I not mad? It's the next one.
For sure.
I could play for Alabama, USC, or Notre Dame. You have lots of things to offer, but Southern Mississippi puts you all to shame. I was born here in Hattiesburg, never ventured far away. When it comes to playing football, here in Eagle Heaven is where I'm gonna stay. I could play for North Carolina, Ohio State, or LSU. You play a good game of football, but Southern Mississippi is a whole lot better than you. When the football season is over and done, the fans fans here in Hattiesburg will be proud of what we've done. I could play for the Georgia Bulldogs, Florida State, or Tennessee, but I chose Southern Mississippi, and right here at home is where I'll always be. I could play for Alabama, USC, or Notre Dame. You have lots of things to offer, but Southern Mississippi put you all to shame. I could play for North Carolina, Ohio State, or LSU. You play a good game of football, but Southern Mississippi is a whole lot better than you. When the football season is over and done, all your teams with famous names will see we're number one. Ask Mississippi State. Ask Mississippi State.